What up, guys? I am back with another video. Sorry, I just got done watching episode 7 of Doctor Who. And what? This is a great part 1 to a 2-part. Sorry, bit of a cramp right now. So I have to be in a specific position with it. Anyway, this episode I really enjoyed, especially towards the end with the reveal. Especially, it was a really good reveal. And the thing was a red herring. It's quite interesting. Yeah, I think I have the right DVD. Let me pause this and find it. I'll show you two later, obviously, when it's revealed, but, you know, spoilers. Sorry about the pause, the scene lights on. Been busy searching it and sweating now because of that work. But I did manage to find the DVD I was looking for. Of course, a bit of a mess down here now, as you can see. It took me a while just to find it. I forgot I even had a third bag. I was like confused because I swear I had more classics. But now I found it makes sense. So let's just get with these two reviews whilst also sorting this out. So, yeah. Right. So, anyways. Yes, it's easier to hold it for now, since I still got all this to sort out, and a little bit too distant for me right now. So yeah, let's get into this review. So the episode opens up with a crash landing. And it seems Unit House actually has a crash landing unit, which Unit already has a protocol for. Yeah, they have a protocol from the Doctor crash lands into their base. That's quite funny. Rose is also there. Rose Noble. Shane Donna didn't appear. It'd be nice for her to interact with Ruby. Who knows? Maybe they get Donna back for a future episode. New episode. You know, Donna will be the absolute savage she is. And gonna even bond to Carla. I mean, that's her name, Carla Sunday. I think that's what Ruby's mum's name is. Anyway, this is a great episode, in my opinion. Of everything about it. The teasers we've been getting, the setup, everything. Anyway, Doctor Who's being pretty casual with everyone, which I really like. It really shows how much how much respect he has from many soldiers. But the Doctor hated soldiers. And he guns a lot. Bird was very so I really do like this. This shows a real more casual feeling to a lot of people. And Ruby just instantly become friends with Rose. We're introduced to characters like Morris, I think his name is. Morris? Yeah, I think it's Morris. Who's a 13-year-old genius. And that's why he's working at Unit. Again, I really love everything about this episode with the Unit thing. Yes, most of it didn't really have much, but just casual talk and doing some stuff. But that's okay. It was just what drove it for me was the characters interacting. Character interaction got it for me. So, yeah. I don't even know what that was then. So, yeah. Anyway, the Doctor came for Unit's help. Mostly he contacted Kate beforehand. And most likely the reason he crashed landed might be because the whole building might be TARDIS proof. So he can't materials in there but can make a landing. And it's a crash landing, that's what I'm guessing. Sorry, very cold. The Doctor needs to help with Susan Twist's characters. As you know, they've been set up some with that character. Quite unique. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. After that, she's been appearing everywhere, including stuff we haven't, that most of the adventures off screen. Mostly, you notice it more when the adventures off screen after the events of Dalton Bubble. Which probably was a good episode and pretty dark. With Louie, the character we focused on in the episode, being a bit of a stuck-up bitch who looks down on people. So anyway, after that, they already had tabs on the woman. Her name is actually Susan Ills. Hang on. I'm going to say a name on BBC iPlayer descriptions. Let me just log out. I also use look up Classic Who on here. They helped me solve some of the collections I got. Mostly the ones like the Web of Fear and stuff, ones that don't have proper dates. On the back of when they were broadcast. So. Wait, the BBC iPlayer has Red Dwarf back on? I'm surprised on that, actually. I didn't even know they put it back on. Red Dwarf's a popular sitcom, and the BBC did have own the rights to the franchise for about 8 of its seasons. For pulling the plug on it in 1999. Or pulling the plug on it in 1999. And we were down a cliffhanger. The ultimate ending bit was actually pretty bad. It makes sense. So, I think they did use to have it on BBC iPlayer but took it down, but now it's back up. Since series 6, 7, so series 9 onwards was aired on the UK channel called Dave. So, maybe I could actually use that for my reviews in the future. I still haven't done a sequel to the review on episode 2, season 2 yet. And just go to the description. Beginning Susan Ideals. Yeah, what a weird thing to think. Susan Twist is playing the character with Susan her name. But that's not all. She just don't have a connection. And her name and her name is just an anagram for TARDIS. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking on this. That's quite interesting. It catches your attention. Because normally a name like Susan is a very common name. You don't bat an eye when hearing the name. But she has might have a connection to Susan Foreman, Doctor's granddaughter who was introduced in the very first episode on November 23rd, 1963, in An Unearthly Child. Which is good in its own right, but it's episodes 2, 3, and 4 are not great compared to the first one. That's why a lot of people just always refer to the first story in the entire way that talk about it. Because everything just boring caveman shit. I can actually do I don't just have to review Doctor Who series all the time. I can actually go review them in parts if I want to. Yeah, it'd be really fun to do. Review each part. I don't know how it ends, but doing each part once a day could work. Be a fun thing to do and talk about as on this channel. If you let me know if you're interested in that, because I sure am. I even want to discuss regular one episodes each series of Red Dwarf. Any one of your favorites. So, okay. So, it's quite interesting. By the way, Ruby does not say to Kate, sorry, have we met before? Barbara said to the whole Bennett's 73 yards. So she doesn't remember any of that, but the whole Cardiff and stuff. I know. I like that they don't get explanation for what the woman said, but you gotta give me some explanation of other stuff though. So the very stupid idea we got. It's just confusing. Very confusing. So, jeez, getting those spots now. Why me? Anyway, see. Lucy isn't really presentation. She's just practicing, so they already have cameras on her. Knew about her one for the telescreen because, oil her in alien technology. And surprising thing. Anyway, we find out that Mel's gone undercover. And surprisingly, Susan's nice. Yeah, that's what. Because normally these types of people, you think they're a bit of a dick. But no, Susan's actually a pretty nice person. Makes her mystery even more intriguing. Susan Twist, great actress. I've never seen anything else though. But damn. This workup is pretty good. But can part 2 really hold its own? Anyway. I can know that's secure for now. Donna gets the other thing he needs help with. Basically, about movie's mother, the biological one is. It's a bit of a mystery. They want to figure out who she is and stuff, and why she left Ruby in the first place. And turns out it was on Ruby Road, somewhere on close to Waterloo Road. Or that was just put there as an Easter egg to the other show by the BBC. I think Waterloo Road's by the BBC. About she. It's just something to do more Modern Who song. Take a day to spend and watch a lot of Modern Who. Well, 2000. We gotta think of a new name for the original run. From 2005 to 2022. We gotta think of a new name, guys. I recently the first episode turned 20 years old recently too. Damn, I should have done a review of that episode for to celebrate. I'm a dumbass. I would love to talk about the episode myself, explain why it serves as a great introduction to the modern Doctor Who. Yeah, I'll just do it like this. Let me just. I'm never gonna sort this out. Usually I took about hours just to find the freaking DVD I'm looking for. I just started to move some of the bags too. So that way there's nothing in that spot and I can actually ask for a desk somewhere nearby. That's what I meant. Anyway, also another one of the employees is called Harriet. She serves a similar first name to Harriet Jones from the Russian Z-Razor's original run. Harriet Jones was a character introduced in the series 1 episode Boomtown. No, wait. I got the name wrong. Actually, let me just go briefly check. How do you have BBC play around? Sorry, 2-part Illy's Unloaded and World War III. Which is the 4th and 5th episodes respectively. Harriet Jones eventually becoming Prime Minister. And we see her as Prime Minister in the David Tennant's first episode in Christmas special. I think Jones will make another appearance sometime later, I think. Around series 4, where she's killed off. Yeah, she gets killed. Woof. Oh, God. That's one way to go, but even if she dies, she'll play to the end. Even though she and the Doctor had disagreements. I think, well, you didn't really have much of a role playing in Russell T Davies' original era. Which is fine. He didn't know what to do with UNIT since, the passing of Nicholas Courtney, who was one of the Brigadier. So basically, Stephen Moffat solved that problem and created a new character, Kate Stewart. Jesus Christ, she's been around for a while now. And she was introduced back in 2012. 13 years ago. Fucking hell. I can't even think 13 years since we first met Kate Stewart in the Series 7A episode, The Power of Three. No, I think I should do Series 7 as a separate review. 2 parts, in a way. A and B. Oh, sorry. Yes. Anyway, Ruby. So, yeah. So, it's actually a CCTV footage from that time since 2004. Which makes sense. Ruby's like 19 years old. I don't make a correction I made in my review on the 73 Yards episode. Yeah, turns out the whole Roger Abford was in 2046, not 2026. That was my bad. I probably just misheard what the Doctor said. I just probably misheard what he said, that's all. Anyway, the Doctor. Hey. I was the one who was killed some DNA from Susan. Ruby goes off to get the CCTV footage that the mum managed to get. Says about her or her granddad. So I helped them today. So Ruby and Rose go off. I like how Ruby and Rose just formed a quick friendship. Just became friends instantly. It was really cool. I know you said that he babe was terrible. You may forget that Rose is a trans character, yes, but she's not forced. That story surrounds that idea. Coming to her own as a great character. I really miss the Nobles. Really. Rest in peace, Brandon Cribbins. So, lots of people will still remember as my love fans. I did grow up seeing Brandon Cribbins on TV. Just in Doctor Who first. Because series 1 was my introduction to the series. So I was going to know Wolfram Mott. It was literally just supposed to be a cameo in the Voyage of the Dan Christmas special, since he actually appeared in Doctor Who years prior, during the 60s actually, in the second Peter Cushing movie, which adapts the second Dalek story, Dalek Invasion of Earth, which was Susan's last episode. You know what I mean? So the Doctor movie. Like now. Oh shit. I'll just stay up late to watch it anyway. So the Doctor and Ruby. Alright. I do like this. We get a big scene. We hear from what happened to Donna. And she actually officially did decide to actually join UNIT. Oh, she just decided to officially join UNIT now. It is really cool. Donna still being a badass. One of my fan favorite Russell RTD era companions. Not bothered over the love story and stuff that Rose and Martha had. So I wish got more time to actually develop on Mickey and Martha getting together. They never met on screen ever, yet they somehow got together off screen. That's just a weird, baffling choice. So when I eventually start viewing series 4, I gotta make sure to watch the other shows too. Watch the other series too, because they all do tie into it as a shared universe of the RTD era. And that crossing over in the big Series 4 event, which is epic, by the way. Even if you haven't watched those shows, because literally there was younger audiences and a lot of younger audiences probably haven't seen Torchwood. No, I didn't. I didn't even know it was a freaking spin-off at the time when I was a kid. I was young. Eventually, I found out. I eventually got to watch it. Yeah, it's definitely more mature. And more Welsh. Sorry. So the Doctor and Ruby, not Ruby. The Doctor's obviously worried. No, this hasn't. But he's reassured by Kate and Mel. Well, Ruby's mother says to join in as well. As a unit member. And I like the scene with the Doctor. When he asked about the timekeeper, Kate denies the saying that he told him not to break them, but he knows the unit too well, and she missed it pretty easily. It was quite funny. No funny I did that. I decided to recreate that event December 24th, 2004. I was 3 years old at the time. So way being older than the companion. Something we recently had 2 Dr. Light episodes this season. Mostly due to Julie Gatworth's filming of Sex Education for Netflix, since he was in that show. And it was coming out around the time, mostly since they were filming it around the same time, but Sex Education released first in 2023. Before the specials even came out. I may give that series a watch sometime. I hear it's really good. Alright. Managed to recreate that match. But surrounds a lot of mysteries. Let's see the whole thing. And the Doctor mentioned earlier why he could not go back in time. Since he already travelled to that point in time, can't go back. Crossing the timeline. Crossing his own timeline. But what about being set? So basically, not before. You can't go on the same day but hours before because it's still crossing the timeline. No, you can go on the day before or the day after. But once he travels there for the rest of the time, he cannot go back. Anyway, some of them are going weirdly wrong. One of the unit soldiers is this whole time thing. One of the units, the Ruby's supposed to was pointing at the Doctor for some reason. I don't think she was pointing at the Doctor. Also, the Doctor said his memory that day changes every time. That is interesting. So the Doctor and Ruby. Doctor and Ruby. Anyway. Unit soldiers are going to tell us. See him there. Weird. Some kind of black entity appears. It's weird. And seems a sort of unit soldier. The system is eventually overwhelmed, causing it to shut down. They found a soldier dead. He's been killed. Like he was been dead for a long time. This has a lot of time stuff in it. So, yeah. Yes. The doctor decides to go to meet Susan. Well, Ruby's mother is taken home for safety. So the doctor managed to make it. And he does end up blaming himself for what happened to that soldier, but Mel reassures him it wasn't his fault. That's what he called a motivation moment. And why are people claiming the doctor's too emotional now? What's wrong with being emotional? It shows a different side of the doctor. It makes him quite interesting. Emotional side of the doctor. Each doctor brings their own unique characteristics to the table. Okay, you can't expect every doctor to not keep their personality in. The doctor puts it keep this Anders and Slashes in. So, oh yeah, I've got my portrait. I should have looked up. Damn it, I should have looked for the DVDs earlier. I was distracted anyway, actually. You see, the bag I usually have to carry around with me where I put my phone and stuff in, safekeeping. Strap ended up broken off of it now. My dad's going to be fixing it for me. So, saves me time buying a new one, hopefully. If it's not be able to be fixed, then I'll just have to buy a new one. So, anyway. Anyway, Doctor meets Susan. That's right. And it's obviously not. He's the way she acts says she's not Susan Foreman. Also, earlier the doctor had to talk about regeneration to Ruby. You know, he said he's keeping the space for a long time. Well, we'll see how long he keeps that face for when Gatwa eventually decides to leave. I still don't know why the doctor's going to have two female companions now. Why? I just don't get it. What was up? Why Ruby's still in? Like, are they just planning to combine their stories together? One episode with Ruby, one episode was Rather Sells Carter, or whatever her name is. I'm just gonna find that weird. Like, seriously, and I can also kind of wish Rose was a companion too. I'd really like see more of her. Her seeing the universe like her mother. Oh man, I really miss Donna. I miss her. It was so fun seeing her again. Oi! I mean, come on, she's my favourite companion, okay? Even after the Moffat era, she's still my favourite. Nothing could beat Captain Tate. It's just hard to believe she wasn't even considered to be, the character wasn't considered to come back. She was like supposed to be like a one-off character. You know, I'll talk more about that when she review Series 4. So, anyway, Susan's review, she's been having dreams that you said she had, nightmares that you said she can't be able to sleep now. The doctors are bringing out what those nightmares might have been, and she obviously remembers them, but how? She doesn't even know what's going on. So the doctor and Mel started keeping it on the live show. Oh, something's definitely going on. It seems the time has been changing. Something's changed. The video was changed somehow. The time itself. Danger. So the doctor basically tells Ruby to go to the time room. And, well, she does question why, but I do like what Kate says. Don't question, just follow. Yeah, when a doctor tells you to go somewhere, you better follow, because I mean something bad's going down when he tells you that. So yeah. Some black entities come out of the TARDIS because it's surrounded it somehow. That King a few feet distant from where it was. What's going on? And that's when I said Susan starts having a mental breakdown with the memories of the dreams and stuff. As we start getting revelations on the twist of Susan's ideal technologies. Well, taking away some of those letters. When I saw some of those letters this week, I was like, no, it can't be. The twist is, it's the return of Sutek. Now, for modern viewers, you probably don't know who Sutek is. Sutek was a villain introduced in this story in the 1975 story, The Pirates of Mars, were aired on the 25th of October 1975 to November 15th, 1975. Actually, it was the DVD. I watched this years ago too. I really was familiar with Sutek because I watched this years ago. When I came with a type of magazine and stuff. Yeah, they had a magazine where they released some DVDs with including classic episodes. So, yeah. So Sutek is back. I see Susan and Harriet are basically at emissaries of him. As we end on a cliffhanger. And boy, what a cliffhanger. Sutek is back. Jesus Christ. This was a great episode. I'm really looking forward to the next one. Really see how this is going to conclude. And then hopefully I'll get to watch the Christmas special last. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please thumbs up. I want to see more subscribe channel. Be up to date with videos because of all the videos that come out in the future. And I'll see you guys for the season finale, series 1 finale, The Legend of Ruby Sunday, and the Christmas special, Joy to the World. Cybermaster out. No. Alonzi.